can't hear you.
We have a couple of police incident reports that we'd like to ask you about.
Okay.
We have one from Wisconsin. It's from the City of Dodgeville Police Department regarding a disorderly.
Okay.
2005. Do you recall?
Sure.
Can you tell us what happened during the incident?
Basically, there was a discussion or an argument that broke out between myself and one of my employees, and using as least amount of effort and force as possible, I kept the situation from getting ugly.
What do you mean by that?
Well, my employee wanted to fight, and I didn't.
And so what happened? Tell us in detail what happened.
Well, there was a scuffle, and after it was broke up, the employee called the police, claimed I was trained in the military and had all these special ninja skills and what have you. Both of us were bleeding, so both of us were arrested, and I made bail, and there was apparently a court date issued that I didn't know about and didn't go to, and there was ultimately a bench warrant for my arrest, and I hired a lawyer and paid him $1,200 in Wisconsin, and they supposedly took care of it.
Just moving back, there was a scuffle between you and
An employee that I bailed out the next day.
And just tell us a little bit more details about this scuffle. Were there any injuries or anything like that?
Bloody nose.
Who had the bloody nose?
I did.
Anything more than that?
The other guy had a bloody finger.
And tell us how you got the bloody nose or how he got the bloody finger.
Well, he had me in a chokehold from behind and was pawing at my face and actually ripped my nose. And to keep him from poking my eyes out, I chomped on one of his fingers.
And both you and he were arrested at the same time?
Uh-huh.
And what were the charges?
Well, you just said them, didn't you? Disorderly.
And did you enter a plea to disorderly conduct?
Like I said, I wasn't aware of any court dates that were assigned that day, and hired a lawyer to represent me, and they did.
Do you have a conviction for disorderly conduct?
Pardon?
Do you have a conviction for disorderly conduct?
Do I?
I'm asking you, sir.
Not that I know of.
How did you indicated your lawyer took care of it. What is your understanding of what your lawyer did take care of it?
Collected my money and went to court on my behalf and supposedly straightened things out.
Our records are showing a conviction for that August 15th, 2005.
I don't know what your records indicate. I don't have a copy of your records.
Do you know whether you have a conviction for disorderly?
No?
July 9th, 2005, we have a report, it's labeled road rage, from MSP Trooper Dills. Do you recall any incident regarding that?
I don't.
Where you were cited for improper passing
Where?
in this county?
Where?
The venue indicates upon Remus Road.
Road rage? Do you have the report? Well, if you have a copy, I'd like to look at it.
Do you comport with that?
Yes, I remember this. I don't remember being written up as road rage. Where does it say road rage?
It's at the top there, right here. What do you recall about this incident?
Well, it was simple. A vehicle was stopped in the middle of the road, presumably to take a left turn into a driveway. And I went to pass him on the shoulder, and he pulled into the shoulder intentionally to run me off the road. Well, and then the police came, and I told them what happened, and that's what happened.
Were you cited for improper passing?
What's it say there? Okay. Why are you asking?
Because I'm asking you questions, sir.
Oh. Well, it's right there in front of you. I'm not disputing the police report,
So you were cited for improper passing?
if that's what it says,
You
yes.
come to court and take responsibility for that.
I'm sure I did.
Mr. Visner, according to that report, you stopped at the individual's driveway instead of just going by and confronted him. Is that not accurate?
He almost caused an accident that could have hurt my children.
You passed him on the shoulder on the right, sir. You were the one that was in the wrong here, and yet you turned around and confronted him in his driveway. And you yet say that he was the one at fault because he put your children at risk. And in my opinion, your driving is who put your children at risk, not that individual who was turning left into his own driveway. And yet you turned and got confrontational with someone.
I was not in his driveway.
You didn't turn around and stop at the incident there?
I stopped at the incident, yes.
Was he in his driveway?
I was on the easement off of M20.
But you confronted him.
And he backed into my car.
There's no incident of any traffic crash here.
Well, there was. He ran into my car.
Your statement doesn't indicate that you told the truth.
Oh, it was 2005.
The fact is, from a driving incident that was fairly minor, you confronted somebody over it. Is that an accurate statement?
That is an accurate statement.
Okay.
Were you there?
No, I'm asking you, sir.
Okay, this was 9 years ago. What's the relevance today?
It leads me to believe that you're confrontational with people. I can see by your body language sitting here today as you're videotaping me while I'm discussing this with you, with your cell phone. For what reason, I'm not sure.
What's the
But
problem with
your
that?
whole demeanor in front of this board is one of confrontation.
You're here to issue me a permit.
I'm here to vote on whether or not I agree with that or not.
You don't get a vote in my constitutional rights, officer.
Sir, I do, on this board.
No, you don't.
Yes, sir, I do.
You get to vote on my Second Amendment constitutional rights. I do not agree. You're here to either issue me a permit or give me explanation as to why I don't get one. This is a charade.
May I ask you another question, sir?
Absolutely.
Were you involved with any incident where you made threats to the President of the United States recently?
No.
There was no Secret Service agent that came to your door?
There were 3 Secret Service agencies that did come to my door, okay?
Can you explain that one to me, please?
Sure, I can. Somebody threatened the life of the President of the United States, Barack Obama, and my comment was that we don't lynch people,
Okay.
okay? So if my threat was any threat at all, it was a threat of due process, something this county has been short of in offering my family. Whether you're aware of this or not, I know Risa Scully is. So it's up to this panel to either...
You made no derogatory comments?
Did you read it?
No, sir, I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
And why do you know about it?
Why do I know about it?
Yeah.
Because the Secret Service called my post to let my post know that they were going to be in the area.
Oh, they did?
Yes, they did.
Because they had to?
I think it was a courtesy call, sir.
So threatening the president with a due process is a problem?
Sir, I don't know that...
I've been vetted by the Secret Service. They came to my house, they checked me out, figured out I wasn't a psycho, and then they left. That was it.
I don't know that they can... That's fine. Yes, sir.
Do you believe there was anything inappropriate with how they came to your home or entered your home?
They entered my home without a warrant. Yeah, that's a problem.
Did you give them permission or consent?
No, they entered my home while my back was turned. They came all the way upstairs with hands on guns and no warrant.
Do you recognize Isabella County's government as having any authority over you?
I believe that there's many in this government that are crooked and corrupt. And there's a grand jury forming right now, a citizens' grand jury to take care of that.
What do you mean by that, sir?
What do you mean, what do I mean by that?
What do you mean by that, sir?
A grand jury? Do you know what a grand jury is, Risa Scully? Are you aware of what a citizens' grand jury is? A people's grand jury?
I'm asking you what your understanding of such a thing is, sir.
Of course I know what it is. The fourth branch of government recently recognized by the Supreme Court of the United States. You bet your rear end I know what it means.
Do you post that you do not recognize the current government of Isabella County as having any authority over you?
The government in Isabella County is corrupt.
Answer my question, sir.
I don't allow criminals to preside over me. Does that answer your question? Your predecessor, Larry Burdick, Sheriff Leo Medashevsky, and now Chief Judge Chamberlain. There's a crooked game going on in this county. And whether you want to recognize it or not, a grand jury will.
Have you gone to the Attorney General or to the FBI or any other governmental agency trying to seek redress with this so-called corruption?
Yes, and yourself. Why didn't you answer my emails? Why didn't you answer or return my calls? Risa Scully, you're the new prosecuting attorney in this county.
Tell us who you went to and what you...
Did you get my email?
Sir, I'm asking you questions.
Well, this is part of my answer.
No, it's not.
Well, it certainly is, because
Sir,
you're...
I'm asking the questions.
Okay, when you have a problem with law enforcement, like I do with the Isabella County Sheriff's Department, the Michigan Attorney General says that I'm supposed to go talk to you.
Okay. Who else did you try to address this issue with?
The Department of Justice, the FBI,
And
the Michigan Attorney General, Kevin Cotter, State Representative, even Rick Schneider.
did you address these concerns through a lawsuit?
Yes.
And what happened with that lawsuit?
Well, I asked the county to preside over a case it was involved in. What would you expect to happen when it's corrupt?
If the officials who you call corrupt are in charge of Isabella County, are you going to abide by their orders and laws that try to enforce?
Listen, the Isabella County Sheriff's Department stole my house and all the contents in it, and then failed to do anything about it. I do not recognize the Sheriff's Department as having any lawful authority. And if that's reason to deny me a right to defend myself and my family, knowing that there's not law enforcement in this county, and this is just compiling the problem.
Did you recently ask for an MSB escort to go to the Sheriff's Department?
I sure did, and the man sitting there refused.
Tell us why you asked for that.
I do not trust the Isabella County Sheriff's Department. People in this county do not trust the Isabella County Sheriff's Department. And I had to go to the Isabella County Sheriff's Department and get fingerprinted.
Do you express that you're in fear of your life? And
Yes.